Spare a coin for the hungry.
Oh? You managed to extract coherent information from that druid who insists he isn't a druid? Remarkable. In any case, this truly is good news, especially for us. A ritual that works on one menhir should work on all of them. You must bring the tablets to me, not to him. We'll use them in Camelot for many menhirs, ensuring the safety of nearly the whole population of Avalon. If you give them to Maggot, only Connacht would benefit. Do you really want to doom all of Avalon for the sake of one small town? That's wonderful news. You've made the right decision. Believe me, for a favor like this, Camelot will knight you the moment you set foot in the capital. For now, though, you'll have to settle for this rather hefty purse. Now we'll inform Yvain that everything is ready. We're packing up the menhir and heading for Camelot. And anyone with any sense will come along with us. I saw Yvain wavering in his decision, but without any hope of awakening the menhir in Connacht, all of his efforts were in vain. Let's meet in the audience chamber. We have to see the look on his face for ourselves.
Yes. This back. The bandit's name is Tom. He's an old friend. Someone I ran with when I was younger. They don't know. Like you. Listen, could be. Then I'll listen. Good. Here. I'll await.
Spare a coin for the hungry.
There's nothing. Nothing. Gold. The true.
Stay quiet. Stay safe. You return. I hope it's with... Until next...
What is it?
It's over, Lord Yvain. The time has come to take the Menhir to Camelot. If you care for your people, prove it. The Menhir is fading, and there's no way to reignite it. You know perfectly well that this is the only option.
I know the Menhir is fading, and nothing can stop that, but its power still lingers. I haven't yet exhausted every means to bring it back to life.
And how exactly do you plan to do that, huh? Your druid is useless, and I've never heard of any way to restore a Menhir's power other than Merlin's old rituals.
You're right. The rituals are lost, but the Menhir stays where it is. At least until I return from the expedition for the Holy Grail. That is Camelot law. An ancient one that neither you nor any of the Knights of the Round Table can break.
What? So you've really thought this through, haven't you? But hear this. If the Menhir's power is completely depleted, we'll have no choice but to leave for Camelot. Protecting the lives of Camelot's subjects takes precedence over any holy mission. That's King Arthur's decree.
I am aware. But you have no authority to order a return to Camelot until the Menhir has completely faded. I know the old laws, Denholm. That's why I choose to evoke them. I will lead an expedition to find the Holy Grail. Such is my will.
Well, if that is the will of the Lord of Kurnocht, then Camelot will have no choice but to acknowledge it. I'll report this to command. They're in for a surprise. Stay and see if you can talk some sense into him. If he's set on this expedition, well, if he's so eager to die, I won't stand in his way.
I'm sorry you had to witness that unpleasant exchange. You heard what Denholm said. Camelot won't dare touch the Menhir as long as I lead the expedition for the Holy Grail. Once again, I need your help, and I'm prepared to grant whatever you ask in return. People I can trust. Those prepared to share the burden of this quest for the Grail. I can't command anyone to join me. They must come of their own free will. Otherwise, the expedition is doomed to fail before it even begins. And, as you've likely noticed, I'm not exactly beloved by my subjects. I have no idea, but I also have no other choice. I will find the Grail or die trying. I owe it to my people. Those who still believe I can save their homes and their land. My only regret is that I acted so late. Denholm is right. The Menhir is fading. If we fail to return with the Grail in time, the people of Kurnocht will be forced to leave for Camelot or face death here. I would start by looking among the most trusted and eldest members of our community. Our priestess, Niante, possesses unparalleled talent in healing. Her presence would certainly be invaluable on such a journey. Then there's Urfa, a skilled blacksmith who was once a formidable warrior. If not for the strength of his muscles, the strength of his mind could prove useful. You might also speak with Maggot. Since the two of you have been through so much together, he may not be thrilled by the idea, but I believe his heart is still in the right place. It's hard to say, and that only proves how much I've lost touch with my own people. Even those as respected as these three. Still, try to approach them with kindness. They all have their demons, and I doubt they'll agree to join if they are still tethered by unresolved matters. Thank you. And believe me, the reward you'll receive for your efforts will be priceless. And whether they agree or not, I will set out for the Grail. I will buy more time for Kurnocht.
If I just stay put, everything will be just fine.
Now, of course, we need to head to the Menhir. If I've read the notes correctly, the ritual has the best chance of success if we perform it after nightfall. No time to lose. The sooner we start, the sooner we'll rid our lands of this Camelot scum. Now I need to prepare myself, but I'll be waiting for you by the Menhir after nightfall.
fear in your eyes.
I'll get you back tenfold.
You'll fall to my sword.
I'll strike you down.
a pleasure to see you.
Careful with that. Ah.
Always a pleasure to see you.
It worked. I can hardly believe it. I mean, I hoped, of course, that the wisdom of my predecessors and our shared effort wouldn't fail, but you know how it is. Something could have gone wrong. Is everything all right? You don't look too well, eh? Hey?
So, it's done. The Minhir is alive once more. This changes everything. The people of Cornoct will stay where they are.
I wouldn't be so sure. The weirdness continues to thicken, and the threat of the Red Death hasn't passed. Besides, I still have my orders, and they clearly state where your Mynheer belongs.
I know you have your orders, and I, as a lord, am bound by Camelot's law. But the moment of choice has come, and I stand with my people. I am the Lord of Cornoct, not Camelot. I cannot simply command my subjects to abandon their land.
Of all times, you choose now to grow a moral backbone? Spare me. You are a lord, and it is your subjects' duty to do as you command. And if you defy Camelot, well, I don't think I need to tell you how that will end.
But that's where you're wrong, Denholm. There is one thing even Camelot cannot dispute. Not if they wish to avoid a civil war that would break out if they defied their own laws.
What are you talking about? How exactly is Camelot defying its own laws?
I will lead an expedition to find the Holy Grail. Such is my will.
What? So you've really thought this through, haven't you? Well, if that is the will of the Lord of Cornoct, then Camelot will have no choice but to acknowledge it. I'll report this to command. They're in for a surprise.
You heard what Denholm said. Camelot won't dare touch the Minhir as long as I lead the expedition for the Holy Grail. Once again, I need your help, and I'm prepared to grant whatever you ask in return. People I can trust. Those prepared to share the burden of this quest for the Grail. I can't command anyone to join me. They must come of their own free will. Otherwise, the expedition is doomed to fail before it even begins. You see, here's where it gets interesting. I've turned Camelot's own ancient laws against them. No one can dissuade the Seekers of the Holy Grail from their sacred mission. That means all orders are effectively halted until I return. With my shield, or on it. It also ensures the people of Cornoct have the right to remain on their land until I'm back. Which, of course, means I don't have to return at all. I don't, but perhaps I should. A lord's worth is measured by the respect of his people. It is time I follow in the footsteps of my noble ancestors and do what must be done. If this holy mission can secure peace for my people, then I shall see it through. And if by some miracle we return with the legendary Grail, all the better. My word would become law, and the Minhir would remain untouched. By Camelot's own laws, I could even lay claim to the crown should I wish it, but I don't. My Cornoct is enough for me. I would start by looking among the most trusted and eldest members of our community. Our priestess, Niante, possesses unparalleled talent in healing. Her presence would certainly be invaluable on such a journey. Then there's Urfa, a skilled blacksmith who was once a formidable warrior. If not for the strength of his muscles, the strength of his mind could prove useful. You might also speak with Maggot. Since the two of you have been through so much together, he may not be thrilled by the idea, but I believe his heart is still in the right place. A sense of purpose in what we're about to undertake. Now that the Menhir is reignited, it no longer matters whether we return with the Grail or not. The people will be safe and retain the right to stay on their land. Each of them must understand that this is about the fate of all Kunart. For some, it might even serve as a chance for a change in scenery. Approach them with kindness. They all have their demons, and I doubt they'll agree to join if they are still tethered by unresolved matters. Thank you. And believe me, the reward you'll receive for your efforts will be priceless. And whether they agree or not, I will set out for the Grail. I will buy more time for Connacht.
If I just stay put, everything will be just fine. Ah, you need something? You return. I hope it's with some... Go on, then.
I know. I'm the one who suggested it. It's the only way to get Camelot to hold off moving the Menhir. Yvain can count on me. After everything that's happened, I see now that this is the right path. Tell Yvain I'll join him on this holy mission. Go with her blessing.
If nobody's working the anvil, then it means the forge is closed, and it will stay closed until Beor gets better. A woman happened. He was chasing after some girl he thought the world of. Almost ended up shuffling right off this mortal coil. One time he went to see her and didn't come back for 2 days. I looked for him all night. It was only in the morning that I found him. He was all the way on the outskirts of Kurnacht. Alive, but barely. Afterwards, he seemed to be getting better. Everything went back to normal. For a while, I could see that he was starting to struggle with swinging the hammer. Until one day, he just passed out completely. Now he just lies there, barely breathing. I have no idea how to help him. Nianti, Maggot, none of them know what's wrong with him either. I told him that it's no use chasing after a girl, that she'll come to him if she wants to. Stupid kid. I feel bad for him. What do I care? Whatever happened there could have been her fault, so excuse me for not running to rescue her. I only know that she wasn't from here. Beor's wound wasn't caused by a mere boar, oh no. Hell knows what happened there. He didn't want to tell me what actually happened, but I know that youngsters in love used to visit this one cave with a spring. It was all hogwash, if you ask me. Maybe they went there and were attacked by weird beasts or something. I don't know. To be fair, I don't give a damn now, and I didn't then either. I only cared that Beor was alive. Really? Well, if this can put Beor back on his feet... Beor? Your wound... it changed.
What? What happened? I don't remember much. There was a cave. And a girl? She touched me. I came back and dreamt. Then There's only darkness.
That's right. And what did I always tell you about chasing after women, huh? She stole your heart, literally. You're lucky this one showed up. Otherwise, I never would have guessed you fell in love with a weird beast. Better take this to your grave if you don't want to become a laughingstock. You're so smart, and yet so stupid, eh? Well, get up now, whelp. Enough lazing about. You can take it easy today, but tomorrow you're back in the forge first thing in the morning. You've got a lot to catch up on.
I'm sorry.
And you, thank you. I'd thank the All-Mother for sending you at the last minute, but I don't want to owe her a thing. So, I'm thanking you. Finally we can get back to work. I missed it. If you ever need a smith, you can come to me. All right, back to work. Oh, hello. Do you need something? Times are tough, but I won't forget what you did for Beor. Tell me, how can old Airfear repay you? It all began innocently enough. Our milksop of a lord, Yvain, decided that we didn't have the right tools to unearth the riches of our land. So he sent messengers to Camelot asking for their men and equipment. It was supposed to make us richer. And it worked. For a while. They came here and resumed mining. Brought gold with them too. So for a while there, we were even happy to see new faces. Then news from Camelot arrived. The Red Death is in Kuanacht. The weirdness is getting thicker.
We declare martial law. Cut down all the trees and take the Mynheer with us. Everyone goes to Camelot.
Load of bullshit, if you ask me. The weirdness has always been here. Kuanacht has been doing just fine without the support of the dog-fuckers of the Round Table. Denholm, the one in charge of their army, came here with the Red Priests. It seems like he's well aware that his orders are stupid, and that people from Kuanacht are smarter than Camelot thinks. And now, Kuanacht is divided. Some want to leave for Camelot. Others can't imagine it. Like me. I just can't stomach leaving the land of my fathers. Camelot says we do. I think we don't, even after the moronic theft of trees. Lord Milksop, of course, doesn't know what to do. If he supports the people, he'll lose his dealings with Camelot. If he leaves for Camelot, he'll become just another arse-kissing sponger princeling no one gives a toss about. And the court is already full of those. Here, at least, he's somebody. Or he can become somebody if he makes the right choices. The Menhir is dying. That's true. More and more weirdness creeps into our homes at night. Soon, the flame will no longer be enough. I don't know what would need to happen for everyone to stay in Kuanacht. The truth is, Beor is still wet behind the ears, and his heart is barely beating. Until I'm sure he can handle things, I can't leave him on his own.
Really? What for? The Mynheer burns beautifully. Nothing bad can happen now. Ah, yes. That makes sense. I can see it now. And he sent you to me. How unexpected. But honestly, I'm not worthy. And I don't think I ever will be. What use is a scatterbrained pseudo-druid who's been abandoned by Mother Nature? I'd just get in the way. Or worse, I'd put everyone in danger. The maggot inside me is still strong, I know it. That's why I have to stay here, to protect others from its influence. Tell Yvain I'm sorry. I'm honored he thought of me, but I can't join this expedition.
His family has a grand past. I have the utmost respect for their legacy. The Tarians made Kuanacht strong. They carried on the legacy of Palamedes, King Arthur's advisor. Our lord, though, don't get me started. Yvain is a coward. He lets Camelot get away with anything. Well, for now. I've heard rumors that he's been trying, in his own pathetic way, to delay making some crucial decisions. Who knows? Perhaps our lordling will finally grow a pair and make use of them for the good of his subjects. Though, if you ask me, the only thing that could save him would be the quest for the Holy Grail. I have my reasons. I don't trust the bastards because they've already been here once. They took a few people for what they called a routine examination, promising that our loved ones would return safe and sound in no time. Ah, damn it all. Would you believe me if I told you that not all of them even had the symptoms of the Red Death? Nobody came back. Not a single soul. From that moment on, I've sworn to do everything in my power to make life miserable for those scarlet dogs. I don't really want to talk about it, but look, I had a wife. She was a beautiful woman, and I'm pretty sure that she was with child when they took her away. She would chat with Nianti. She hadn't bled for 3 months, and she would have eaten all the crops from Reese's field if she could. My Katrin. They took her away. She caught a cold, and they put her on a transport to the island asylum. I never saw her again. That's all I can tell you. I don't want to think about it anymore. Let the past stay in the past. You... what? How? How is this possible? I can't believe this. My Katrin. Do you still have the letter? Please tell me you didn't throw it away. A boy. I always wanted a son. Maybe that's why I've grown so fond of Baal. I thank you. I'm guessing the circumstances in which you got this letter must have been difficult. If everyone here were as brave as you, our Kuhnhaupt would have a chance to weather the end of the world. Here, take this. I have no use for it anymore. I wanted to bury it with Katrin if I ever found her body. That's all I can do for you. And for her. Why? This letter doesn't change anything. Years ago, I swore I wouldn't utter a single good word about those red vermin, and I'm not going to change my mind on that anytime soon. If anything, it has assured me that I am right. Beor is still wet behind the ears, and his heart is barely beating. Until I'm sure he can handle things, I can't leave.
Show yourself! You'll fall to my... I will be your downfall!
Oh, thank you for stopping. People usually run away when they hear me speaking to them, so that's definitely a nice, though unexpected, change. You must be really brave or really stupid. Which one is it? Oh, that's what everyone thinks of themselves. Until eventually something puts these assumptions to the test. Then all they're left with is a pair of dirty underwear and a gaping wound in their self-esteem. Your guess is as good as mine, my dear. But I've had some time to think about it, and the best I came up with is that I just did not want to die when they were hanging me, and the weirdness granted my wish. So here I am. Not dead. Oh, I was a soldier under the mighty Legate Denham. And one day, I decided that I didn't want to be a soldier anymore. I don't exactly remember the mission. It must have been related to either killing somebody or taking something from somebody, as they always are. It could have been a search party. To capture Thorn the Bloodbound? I forget. But I think I just couldn't. I didn't want to go there, to certain death, just to try to kill a man who fights for reasons I don't understand, to comply with orders I couldn't care less about. Am I, or was I, a deserter? I don't really think these things matter anymore. Oh, I most certainly did. It may sound a bit weird, though. But since it seems I won't be moving anytime soon, I do have a small favour to ask. There's a druid's tomb nearby. I can see it from here. Almost every single night his spirit rises from the grave and does unspeakable things with the Fae or Dryads that swarm around this place. I mean, good for him, but I do have to watch it, you know? And it is, let me tell you, disgusting. Well, get rid of him, of course. He's not human anymore. All that's left is a perverse, hungry spirit, raised from its grave by the weirdness. And you must know that the weirdness can do anything. I wouldn't want to find out what it will transform this hungry spirit into when enough time passes. Honestly, I'd fear for my life. If I was still alive. Sure. I'll be happy not to be able to watch it anymore. And it's not like I can close my eyes, you know?
Goes there?
Who's there? What do you want? We're just sitting here, not bothering anybody, so there's no need to bother us. Vran? Ha! I've been wondering how that old harpy's doing. We haven't seen each other in a while. You can go. If you know our sister's name, that means you survived meeting her. That's enough for me to let you pass by.
Don't bother. I'm in no mood to talk.
Hold your ground, men! I will be your